got to do with any woman of that kind?
What indeed, dear? That is the point. He goes to see her continually and stop for hours at a time. And while he is there, she is not at home to anyone. Lord Windermere, we looked upon him as being such a model husband. But I'm afraid there's no doubt about it. My dear nieces told me that Windermere goes there 4 and 5 times a week. They see him. And the worst of all is that I have been told that this woman has got a great deal of money out of somebody. For it seems that she had nothing. And now she has this charming house in Mayfair, drives her ponies in the park every afternoon. And since she has known poor dear Windermere.
I can't believe this.
But it's quite true, my dear. The whole of London knows it. That's why I felt it was better to come and talk to you and advise you to take Windermere away, where he'll find something to amuse him and where you can watch him all day long. I'll assure you, my dear, that on several occasions after I was first married, I had to pretend to be very ill, merely to get my husband out of town. He was so extremely susceptible. Though I am bound to say, he never gave away any lots of money to anybody.
Duchess, it's impossible. We're only married 2 years. Our child is but 6 months old.
Oh, the dear pretty baby. How is the little darling? Is it a boy or a girl? I hope a girl. Oh no, I remember it's a boy. I'm so sorry. Boys are so big.
Are all men bad?
All of them, my dear. All of them. Without any exception. And they never grow any better. Men become old, but they never become good.
Windermere and I married for love.
Yes, we began like that. It was only Berwick's brutal and continuous threats of suicide that made me accept him at all. And before the year was out, he was running after all kinds of petticoats. In fact, before the honeymoon was over, I caught him winking and made maid. I dismissed her at once without a character. And now, my dear child, I must go. Don't worry about Windermere too much. Just take him abroad, and he'll come back to you, all right?
Come back to me?
Yes, dear. These wicked women get our husbands away from us. But they always come back. Slightly damaged, of course.
It's very kind of you, Duchess, to come and tell me all this. But I can't believe that my husband is untrue to me.
Pretty girl, I was like that once. Now I know that all men are monsters. Anna, darling.
Yes, Mama.
Come and bid goodbye to Lady Windermere and thank her for your charming visit. And by the way, I must thank you for sending a card to Mr. Hopper. He's that rich young Australian people talking about. I think he's been attracted by dear Agatha's clever talk. We are coming tonight. And remember my advice. Take the poor fellow out of town at once. It is the only thing to do.
How horrible! I understand now what Lord Darlington meant by the imaginary instance of a couple now 2 years married. It can't be true. She spoke of enormous sum of money paid to this woman. I know where all the keep his bank book. one will draw off that desk. I might find out by that. I will find out. No! This is some hideous mistake, some silly scandal. He loves me. He loves me. But why should I not look? I'm his wife. I have the right to look. I knew it. There's not a word of truth in this stupid story. A second book. Private. Locked. Mrs. Harley, 400 pounds. Mrs. Harley, 500 pounds. Mrs. Harley, 700 pounds. It is true. It is true. How horrible.
Well, dear, has the van been sent home yet? Margaret, you have cut open my bank book. You have no right to do such a thing.
You think it's wrong that you're found out, don't you?
I think it's wrong that a wife should spy on her husband.
I did not spy on you. I never knew this woman's existence until half an hour ago. Someone who pitied me was kind enough to tell me what everyone in London knows already. Your daily visit, your madam session, the huge sum of money paid to this infamous woman.
Margaret, don't talk like that, Mrs. Erling. You don't know how embarrassing it is.
You are very concerned about Mrs. Erling's honor. I wish you had been as concerned about mine.
Your honor is untouched, Margaret. You don't think for a
I
moment
think that you spend your money strangely. That is all. Don't imagine I mind about the money. As far as I'm concerned, you may waste everything we have. But what I do mind is that you, who have loved me, who have taught me to love you, should pass from the love that is given to the love that is bought. And it is I who feel degraded. You don't feel anything. I feel stained. Utterly stained.
Don't say that, Margaret. I never loved anyone in the whole world. But you.
So who is this woman then? Why did you take a house for her?
I didn't not take
You
a
gave
house
her
for
the money to do it with the same thing.
Margaret, as far as I have
Is
no
there a
business.
Mr. Erling or is he a miss?
Her husband died many years ago. She is alone in the world.
No relations?
Now,
Rather curious, isn't it?
Margaret, I was saying to you, and I beg you to listen to me, that as far as I have known Mrs. Erling, she has conducted herself well. 8 years ago,
I don't want details about her life.
I'm not going to give you any details about her life. I'll tell you simply this. Mrs. Erling was most honored, loved, respected. She had position, but she threw it away. It was 20 years ago, too. She was little more than a girl then. She has been a wife for even less time than you have.
I am not interested in her, and you should not mention this woman and me in the same breath.
Margaret, you could save this woman. She wants to get back into the society. And she wants you to help her.
Me?
Yes, you.
How impertinent of her!
Margaret, I came to ask you a great favor. I want you to send her an invitation to our party tonight.
You're mad!
I beg of you. People may chat about her, of course, but they don't know anything about her. She wants you to receive her once.
It's a victory for her, I suppose.
No, because she knows that. You are a good woman. And if she comes here once, she will have a chance of a happier life that she has had. She will make no further efforts to know you. Won't you have a woman who is going to get back?
No. If a woman really feels sorry, she never wishes to come back to society that has watched her, made her fall apart.
I beg you.
I'm going to dress for dinner and don't mention this subject again this evening. Also, you fancy because I have no mother or father that I belong in the world, so you can treat me as you choose it. You are wrong. I have friends, many friends.
Margaret, you are talking foolishly, recklessly. I won't argue with you. But I insist to ask you Mrs. Erling tonight.
I will do nothing of that kind.
You refuse?
Absolutely.
Then I will.
You're going to invite this woman?
Yes. Parker,
Yes, my lord.
have this note sent to Mrs. Erling at 8048 Curtis Street.
Yes, my lord.
Also, if that woman comes here, I shall insult her.
Margaret, don't say that.
I mean it.
Child, if you did such a thing, there will not a woman in London who will not pity you.
There is not a good woman in London who will not applaud me. We must make an example. I propose to begin tonight. You gave me this pen today. It was your birthday present. If that woman comes over my threshold, I shall strike her across the face with it.
Margaret, you couldn't do such a thing. You ruined us.
Us. From this moment, my life is separate from yours. But if you wish to avoid a public scandal, write at once to this woman and tell her that I forbid her to come here.
I will not. I cannot. She must come.
Then I will do exactly as I have said. You leave me with no choice.
Margaret. Margaret. What shall I do? I dare now tell her who this woman really is. The shame would kill her.